savings time and whatnot. You'll be working till technically 3, and you may have a shift early in the morning that day, so pretty much you only get like you don't even want to sleep because you're only getting like 2 hours to do what you want, and then you're back to trying to get ready for work. But yeah, they're accepting a lot of people. I'm pretty sure if you apply for prep work, you'll be doing fine. You can also work for backup too. Backup's another one because you pretty much do a bit of everything. You don't have to close all the time. You're just there when needed. But I will say it is a bit of a hassle because wherever you're needed is where you needed. So if you needed to close one day for dishwashing, you have to close. But usually you're doing that during the weekday, not weekend, so that's a bonus. Sometimes you'll be doing prep. I think most of the time you'll be doing prep work, which isn't bad actually. I know one person that's backup. You can also do night maintenance, which is overnight, but you're only working by yourself and you need to know what you're doing. And also, not only that, night work or night maintenance has been having issues where they're not getting enough hours, and they're starting to ask if they can actually come in and do some extra work, like doing prep work or dishwashing. So they're pretty much backup plus night maintenance.
Okay,
So,
for Target there is food and beverage team leader, style team leader, beauty team member, apparel and accessories team member, service and engagement team leader, sales floor team member, and that's just middle to low. The rest of it's a bit outside my reach.
I'm not joking. When you said beauty, I laughed a bit because I don't see you working there. I mean, you have a bit of a fashion sense, but
Actually, I have a really
with
good one. I just want to keep it
makeup,
myself.
I don't see you and makeup anywhere near each
Actually,
other.
you'd be
Maybe if you're buying
surprised.
something for a girlfriend, but
You'd be surprised, man.
I don't.
I can give people good fashion advice. It's just that for myself,
No,
I
I'm saying I
personally
just
don't
don't see
care.
you like working around makeup and whatnot.
Then you haven't seen me go shopping with my mom.
You have not seen me with my mom and her purse. I will gladly wear it.
Purse
I
is in
even
my
wore
case.
like something that looked like a purse proudly while walking to a teacher's room to give it to the teacher. I'm not
You mean
joking, I
like a
actually did,
satchel?
and
You mean like a satchel?
no, it was actually a female teacher. It was a purse, and a teacher saw me carrying it like a purse, and like, oh, is that yours? Oh, hold
I
on.
mean, the same thing's happened to
Hold
me
on.
in public.
Hold on,
I was like,
Jay.
oh no, I'm just holding it for my mom, who I lost track of. So yeah.
My mom called me and out of nowhere even like abruptly ended it. Are you there, Jay? Okay,
Yeah.
you are. But yeah, a teacher
Oh my
saw me
god.
with the purse and she was like, is that yours? I'm like, no, it's for a teacher, but I'll wear it like I own it. She says, you go. I'm like, yeah.
I've done the same thing in public, and people will always either impress or like, how is he locking it? Because like I
It's not
had
that
my
a rocket, I
no,
just
I had
don't give
my
a
chin
fuck.
up and strutting.
The
My
only
mom was
thing you'll
so
never
amused when she saw me and saw so many
no.
people like, wow. People were
The
staring like,
only
wow, that kid's it's
But
like
Chad, the
owning
only
it.
thing you'll never see me wear or use is a dress. You'll never see me in a dress. If you force me into a dress, there is going to be consequences.
Have you ever listened to the Eevee song? To the Eevee song?
The Eevee song, the
Yeah.
one by Random Encounters. Is it made by Random Encounters?
A lot of people have made animations for it, and I'm not sure.
Is that by Random Encounters?
I'm not sure. I'm watching an animation. The first person who ever made the animation got so much fame off of it. Like, and I actually like talked to them once without realizing it. When I found out, I was like, "Oh my god, you made that animation!" It was amazing.
Also, Dry, I think I have a problem.
What?
Weird Al. I cannot
Yeah,
stop
you do
listening
have.
to his music.
I'm telling you right now, you do have a problem.
But then again, there is a saying from Homer Simpson from The Simpsons, and he said, "He who is tired of Weird Al is tired of life." Also, I
Oh
also
my
found out my
God.
sister does not like, or one of my sisters does not like Weird Al.
Some guy made Cloud's Buster Sword. Wow.
You know, someone's got to make everything.
And Dorkly apparently 5 years ago made a Pokemon Daycare reunion animation.
Can I never get
Daycare
a
class of
fucking
97.
familial? I need just 2 familial debt bonds, and I'll be fucking done with Solaris, and I'll finally be able to use Arc Gun. But no, I cannot get a fucking 2 familiar debt bonds. I could buy a singular one, but I'm not gonna do so because I'm still gonna have to wait and farm for the other shit.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once
Yeah,
in a
those
while.
2 are available right now. Then I'll buy it. There's one. Nope. Whoa, Hollow Knight Jai, I'm so close to beating it. I'm trying to get the true ending. I finally got to the fucking White Palace. Not joking, the most bullshit in the game. So
I'm just
lucky
hoping-
that there's checkpoints in terms of like if you hit spikes you'll be respawned to a certain thing. But so glad there were some checkpoints and that I had High Blood, because if I did not have that, I would be dead and had to restart the whole thing, and I would have been even more pissed off. Ugh.
All I know for certain is that I have to get my new job before D3 Borderlands 3 comes out, because I want to play it with you guys.
I'll be buying that Mortal Kombat 11, but I barely have any money. It's a pain. Also, Starbomb, their new album's out. I don't like the Overwatch song a bit. They made an Overwatch song for the new Starbomb album, and it sounds a bit forced, but people say it has a Beastie Boys vibe to it. All I know is that it just feels very forced, especially with Aaron, because it sounds like he's just trying to get out as many words as possible.
Well, some people get kind of tired eventually.
Well, no, it was their first song that they released as a video for the album. And with Danny, he did a bit of rap. It was like a small one, like, "Oh my gosh, here I am. Let's talk about this fucking song. Yes, let's go. I'm a fucking tiny little girl, and if you help me, I will fucking do a twirl." It's like,
Kind of forced.
I mean, but the thing is, his made sense because he was playing as the passerbyers that are like that need help, while with Aaron, he was doing majority of it, but it felt so forced because it sounded like he was trying to get every single word out in time. But people said it's a Beastie Boys type of vibe, but I just can't. If anyone likes that type of rap, or like where it sounds forced, and Beastie Boys are like that, then how do you like it? Like, I don't see it, because it sounds like they're trying to get as much words as possible with much rhymes. And it just sucks. But Danny, again, like, his sounds the most forced in terms of like how it sounds, but his made sense. With Aaron's, no. Animation was okay. It felt like it was from the 70s, which is, I think, the feel they were trying to go for the animation. That's what the album is trying to do. It feel all type of 70s like. But it sucks. Not the best first song they had, but I will say the more you listen to it, the more it gets better. But it's still like a disappointment, and it should blow you out of the park in the first place, not just. It did something, but. Also, Stradivar Prime, it's okay. Typedo Prime, holy fuck is it amazing. Even though it's a slight upgrade to the normal Typedo. More status chance, higher crit chance, higher crit multiplier, and more slash, and a slightly slower attack speed. Yeah, it's fine. Also, Jai, I think I found my new favorite song by Weird Al. It's called Pretty Fly for a Rabbi.
Didn't you talk about that before?
I don't know. I just know I love the song. And I love the, what's it called for when people, talk Jewish, like it's like Yiddish or something. I forget what it's called, but I just love the part where it's how you doing, Bernie? And then the when he starts talking Jewish, where it's like mecca lecca hi, mecca hiney hiney ho, or something like that. And I'm gonna fail this shit because I'm by myself, and fuck this shit. I don't want to deal with the melee death bombs. I'm tired of this shit. I hate farming bounties. Why make... Like, it's a common reward. I understand it's a common reward, that there's other things in the reward pool. But why the hell is it still less common than every single other thing? Like, I get Endo more than this shit. Or the fucking relic. I just need 2. And I'm gonna fail this mission because I'm by myself. Why the fuck am I by myself? Okay, I hate this shit. Why?
Wow.
Just why? I'm sorry. I fucking don't want to deal with bounties. I'm tired of it. Bounties are shit. They are. I'm sorry. If I have an honest opinion on bounties with DE, it is shit. It is not content. It is just an excuse to throw content at you to do shit. Sure, you can make workarounds and whatnot, but if you need stuff like the debt bonds, then what the hell are you doing? The only way you can get debt bonds is by doing bounties or by going to fucking Ticker. But the problem with Ticker is that he may only have one at the time, and then you have to wait possibly 6 hours for the next chance to have it, and he may not even have it. So he may be waiting for more like a day.
Crazy enough to work.
And then it's like, okay, I guess I'll farm for it, but even then, you only have a chance to get it, and even worse is that you may not even get it in the 5 bounties that you do. And in fact, you may not even get it for 2 bounties. It sucks.
Excellent.
And the sad thing is, I've got more Ganaki relics, and it's uncommon!
I've been meaning to put this
Like, what the hell?
cipher to use.
The Red Legion fighting
And with Plains of Eidolon, okay, there's a difference. You don't need to do the fucking bounties to get the resources to do the fucking standing or to get up and ranked. You just need to go on the plains and farm the shit out of the resources there. I mean, sure, yeah, you need Cetus Whips and you can do bounties to do that, but there's a method to fucking Cetus Wisp farm. Bounty with fucking death bombs, there isn't. It's either bounties or fucking Ticker has it, and you have, and it's even worse with Ticker, because with Ticker, it's not that you have to also have time management on your hands and whatnot. You also have to have the fucking resources for it, and the only way to get the resources is either by one, farming it, and it's actually the only way. And you most likely have to have the right amount of bait because you have to do some fishing, or you have to go around the fucking thing and actually go farm certain places that drop them. But some of it you have to fucking fish for it. It's bullshit. And what makes it even worse is that some of the time, and when I say some, I mean it was once in a lifetime until they release it again. The exploiter orb actually dropped some of the parts that you can trade Ticker for, but the problem being is that now it's time related, and I'm not gonna waste some of my resources to get one Vermilion Debt Bond to get one more and go on to a bounty to finish it just to get 2 more. It's either make sure that he gets 2 or hope that he gets another one by the time I come back and have the resources for it, or just do the fucking bounty and hope to God that I get it.
And put them to good use sowing chaos between your
It's
enemies.
bullshit. And this is all just to get a Gravity Mag. Just so I can use a damn arc gun. And the sad thing is, you can buy a Gravity Mag right now, but you can't use it until you fucking get to the rank of Old Mate. It's complete bullshit. And DE calls it content. I don't see it as content. Like, sure, it's cool for the Fruit Skull Clan, but if you are spending 6 hours, or not even that, because I've done it enough times to where I am just completely bored out of my mind doing the bounties, even with this is good out of songs. It only just makes the pain less noticeable. But it's just I just can't. I can't. It's just painful. And of course, I'm not going to do another bounty because I have to leave for physical therapy in about 30 minutes. Because it's at 7. I don't know. Fortuna, it was great. Exploit Orb. That was a fun fight. I mean, for solo, it's like the worst fight you could ever fucking do, but as a group, it's like one of the best boss fights in the game.
That reminds me, I really gotta beat that thing.
Well, I think you can actually do it right now. I don't know if you can or can't, because I think it was a death related it may not
some of your factors come back, but the orb fights, those are like something you can start as like a raid kind of thing.
I mean, I will say, the Thermia, it felt like you were doing a bounty, because it was multiple missions in one. And I think that's why I don't like bounties. Because hypothermia,
Marauder, eh?
fractures.
You know, the thing that really lights my
It
candle
was
about their
a
language?
first. It was a search mission or
Actually,
a
Devrim, let's keep the
assassination,
channel
which
clear.
you had to kill
You know, to,
a
make
single
sure there's no interference
exploiter
during the
orb.
transfer.
I changed the
A lot of
game,
big
man.
red ships headed your way.
You have to like
Whatever you said, it got
go
there.
It looks
find
like
a
you end the
mini
stream.
I
exploiter
used a
orb,
pretty nasty word
kill
to
that,
describe Gaul. I don't want to
get
repeat it
the
here.
capsule, and then
I do so
start
love
a mobile
unconventional
defense mission.
warfare. I'd be on the lookout for
And
drop
so you
pods
do
if I were
that,
you.
and you do it for 4 times. You do pretty much 4 targets of
Dang.
mobile defense. And then you finish
That's
it,
the bad
and
part of
then
my
you start the
war.
process.
No resilience.
Huh?
The bad part about being a warlock in this
I
game,
used a pretty nasty word to describe
early
Gaul.
game or
I
towards
don't
the
wanna
end,
repeat
if
it
you're
here.
not lucky,
I do
you'll have
so
no
love
armor
unconventional
resilience,
warfare.
and you'll just die from a
I'd
couple
be on the lookout
explosions,
for drop pods if I were you.
like I just did the moment I started this checkpoint.
The last I played Destiny, I think was in October. Not October. Wait. No? Yeah, October. It was around then. Yeah, it was. Haven't played it since. I could download it too, because I have the space now. But, yeah.
Like all the updates it's had, it's just it's more fun, and with all the ones coming, it's even more fun. Especially with the crazy story development.
I know it's fun, but I just don't have the energy to do what I did with that, like I did with Warframe, and that is to push through the grind of boredom until you can get to the fun content. Like, Warframe, there's an excuse, and that's
Actually,
because
fun
at
from the
first I
get-go.
had friends, and then I stopped playing it, and then I came back because I finally have friends again to play it with, and then I kept stuck with it. But with Destiny, yeah, sure, I have friends, but on totally different levels, and not only that, it's just, it doesn't, like, spark interest in me. Like, I will say, it kept my interest longer than Destiny 1 did, that's for sure. I'll give it props for that, but I just don't have the energy to go back and actually start playing it again. I just want to get to the game and go with it. I mean, it's something like Borderlands, but the difference between that and Borderlands is that with
Borderlands
Borderlands...
has a crazy dynamic story that you can always repeat.
Well, no, it's not... Well, yeah, crazy dynamic story, but you also got memorable characters that are more... that stand out more than Destiny in, like...
I mean,
Means the fallen
the
and red
most
legion
memorable
heard it
character
too.
in Destiny
We'll let them shoot at
literally
each other for a
died.
while and clean up
In my
whatever's
opinion,
I know, and,
Great
he
work.
literally was killed.
but
To
he's
make
the
room for
only
another
one
one.
I can remember from what I've played. Wasn't his name Cade?
Yeah. He
Okay, so I do
literally
remember
died like a badass too. Literally his
But I don't-
his last words to someone who went mad from darkness and was trying to
that.
find
That's
his,
how's your sister?
yeah, he was like, "How's your sister?" It's like,
But
you
he's
smug
possibly
little.
one of the only ones that you can remember. But with Borderlands, you got Moxie, you got
Ellie.
Handsome Jack, you got Tiny Tina, you
Yeah.
got Boom and Bume, mostly Bume because it tells you the Borderland. You also got the characters you play as because each of them actually have their own names.
And backstories that you can find. I still say Axton had a
That
pretty
too.
sad backstory. His wife was killed and she had a shackling that ruined her face. And then they never
And
even got
then-
married.
And then you got Mordecai.
His poor bird. Poor
And he was actually a
Bloodwing.
playable. He was one of the playable characters in the first game.
Yep.
And you see, like, that's what I think Borderlands does better. Like, Destiny, I don't know why. I mean, sure, yeah, it gets compared a lot to Warframe, but then people start realizing it's not. The closest game Destiny is, in my opinion, is Borderlands, because they have a similar system, and that's a loot system. But the difference is that one is more interactive and I would say much more fun to play because of the kooky characters.
Yep.
But then you got Destiny where it's dark,
serious.
grim, and bland.
It's more serious, but you can also. But you
Yeah,
can,
it's more
but
serious,
you never,
but you can make but you can make serious fun.
Yeah, I mean, at
With
the same time, you
Destiny,
never know what to
it's-
expect at the same time.
I know,
they've
but
thrown some
with
crazy
Destiny,
curveballs.
it's... Yeah, that is true, but with Destiny, most of the time it's like, you got a bland thing going on. And it's not to be rude. I mean, if you like the game, you like the game. That's your opinion. I won't hold that against you. If you play it and you love it, that's you. It's just not my cup of tea. Because it's pretty much the same game as Borderlands, just different story, different characters, different setting, but similar system. So yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I don't know why people didn't compare Destiny to Borderlands in general.
That's because Borderlands had such a different environment from the get-go.
Well, that too,
I mean, you
and
pretty much are
Warframe
almost
was a
dead at
similar.
the start.
I mean, the thing is, with Warframe and Destiny,
both
the only thing
sci-fi-ish.
similar.
So that's like the biggest
I mean,
connector.
Borderlands are also sci-fi.
Yeah, but
They're all sci-fi.
but-
They're both
but
all
Borderlands is
related
also
with
more
the
adventurous.
space.
But
Yeah, but
Borderlands
so is
is also more.
Destiny.
But in Borderlands, you stuck to one singular planet until the third game now. Because apparently
Yeah,
you can go
but
to
I mean,
different planets.
you're still like exploring and you're going to different places, which is pretty much Destiny. You don't go to everywhere in the world.
Yeah, it has different planets and with like decently sized open worlds to explore, and little like nooks and crannies and secrets, and little lore logs and like rare audio, rare like casual audio things you can activate.
I'm not joking.
And when I finished the Cade lore book, I wanted to cry because apparently Cade doesn't even remember anything about his previous life at all. He just uses it as like a crutch to say, "Hey, I'm still here. I'm still me. This is why I am who I am."
I am extremely hungry, and I don't know if my mom will scold me because there's leftovers in the fridge, but I want her to take me to McDonald's after my physical therapy because I'll have the leftovers. It's just that I don't want chicken. I want beef. I want something burger related.
I mean, I'd walk
'Cause
down there with you. I would walk down there with you.
Well, I mean, then again, I could. Well, you know, she's staying with me for the whole time unless I tell her to leave. But I mean, if you walk down to the ATI, we can hang out.
I mean, that's pretty much close.
Yeah, it's pretty much right next to ShopRite. We can actually see each other for the first time in almost a year.
Yeah. It really has been way too long.
This
It
forest
has.
again.
I have not seen
I can't say our
anyone
last visit
from
wasn't
school or
memorable.
talked to anyone from school.
Let's see what
I
we
mean,
can
I've seen a couple people from school, but I never
Yeah.
talked to them.
I forgot who the last person I saw was.
The last person I saw.
I knew I was meaning to tell you, but I forgot who it was.
For me, the last person I saw was, I think, Abby. And that was
Really?
actually at graduation. You see, that's how actually secluded I was. But that's also because I went to the hospital. The closest I would say was possibly Chris Medeiros, but I'm not going to count a family member of his as a substitute for him.
Whoa!
Other than that, no, I really haven't seen anyone.
Got a lovely
Actually, no,
ambiance.
no, I'm wrong. The last person I saw was Robert and Thomas.
Over there. The light.
Those were the last people I
This is
saw
the shape and the
from
point
that
of
that we
the
graduated with.
Nothing has ever lived.
Because
will not
I've seen them a
die.
couple times at Walmart.
Now I fly between green-black suns in the labyrinth beyond Crota's Godstar. This is the overworld, the sea of screams, where the throne universes of the great hive fester in eternal majesty. I move among them. I map the shapes and connections of this world.
Tolan, the guardian trapped
Good.
within the darkness of the hive. Forever.
Wait. Laser just said, like, Frost is the only frame in the game I can call boring. I never really call most boring. I'm like, Trin is boring.
I dance in light and shadow.
Trin, I will say, Trin is boring.
I will never
She's the most boring frame in the game.
I will never die.
She has 2 healing abilities, one not needed, it's actually horrible, which is the Will of Light.
Here to
First
this trembling, fearful place. Of what use were those laws? But I have work to do. I shout into deep places. Osiris, I call. Osiris, Osiris, can you hear me?
Guy?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, am I cutting out?
A bit.
You.
The traveler came out of the void that surrounds all things. Thus we know that the void is full of power. Thus we enter the void without fear.
Okay, is it cutting out still?
Will call your abilities
only a tiny bit just then, but I think you're
compare
good.
you to the abominable wizards of the hive.
Heads up, fallen.
I like how people are talking about boring warframes, and I'm just sitting here with Wukong like, I wonder who's actually the most boring compared to all of them. I mean, they could say, I mean, since all of his abilities are useless and whatnot, he's sort of fun, but his one's pointless, and someone tried arguing with me that his one, since it's a knockdown, is good, but fuck no, like, a slam attack does better job at that. Even though it's shorter, it's still a lot fucking better. Because with his one, it's a single, pretty much a single target or in a line straight towards where you're pointing. And then his 3, I mean, that's already boring as it is. It's a shit ability. His 4 is the worst exalted, but I mean, it is the most fun in terms of like how it works. But then you got to 5, which is literally just a toggle and you don't even think about it. You just keep reliving and that's it.
I'm actually having fun playing a warlock. I didn't think I'd have fun. Being so weak and easy to kill.
I think these light projections might be lessons.
I'm just gonna ask our alliance if
what is the void?
Wukong is actually boring, because I just said, are we not gonna mention
experience?
Wukong being boring? And if they say Wukong is not boring, I'll be like,
the smell of rot, the taste of metal.
Tell me that. Why don't you play him?
A deafening roar that can only be heard when it is truly silent.
Man. You know, it sucks being Wukong main. Because you're carrying a burden of playing the most horrible warframe in the game.
Of the old world
I mean, technically, Evolve ends up for a contender spot right there. I mean, in every single department, Wukong is at least a bit better than Volvan, but at least Volvan's more interactive, a bit more fun.
In refining their methods, in charting the courses they pioneered. When you blink, you'll know the way.
Wukong is a meme that's about to be dead after his upcoming
Another shard of the Traveler. But we're not alone.
And if anyone looks at my profile, remember maybe my most used and Meg my second most used, but I used them a lot in the beginning because I didn't know how to build warframes.
And no, the thing is, people question why my most used are the way they are, and that's the exact reason. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing whatever came naturally.
Who's your most used right now?
I think it became Ivaro or something. It used to be
Actually, that's
Excalibur.
not. Well, I mean, I've already Excalibur. I mean, those are not bad picks. Like, I don't know why people would question you with that, but when you say, "Oh, I made this main," and they're like, "Really?" It says here that your boost, I'll be spending. I use them a lot. But people are gonna still call him boring or bad after the rework. As with any rework. Oh gosh.
This shard called us here. I'm sure of it.
Hold on. If Pablo does the rework, it's considered good.
Is that Nova Bomb? Did I just get Nova Bomb? Did I just get a Nova Bomb? Please tell me I just got Nova Bomb. I'd be very grateful. I'd be very grateful to have gotten Nova Bomb just now.
The shard gave us a gift. Let's
Voidwalker.
use it.
Warlock subclass. Defend the shard. Is this Nova Bomb?
In my opinion,
Nova
Frost
Bomb.
needs a dog
Yep, Nova
to
Bomb.
test his skill himself and carry it around. So, Iron Skin Frost. That's hilarious.
Yeet.
I actually like the idea. What the fuck? I like Laser Dog. He complains a lot, but I can go against him. But we agree on some things a lot. Well, damn it. Let's go there. Oh, Jai, did you hear what's happening in the Pokemon community?
What?
The one YouTuber that I watch the most in the Pokemon community has been found of doing pedophilic acts with 2 other Pokemon YouTubers, but that was in a dark time that they were all in. But they're coming out and trying. And he's not the only one, there's a couple others, but right now since he's the biggest one, it's the most
He's the main
shocking.
target.
And the thing is, his situation is not even like the Vic Mignogna situation. It's actually different because he tried explaining his side of the story, but the thing is that he didn't deny any of it. He was trying to play it like it was a different time, and I wasn't trying to be that way, but he never denied a single bit, but he tried altering it on how it sounded.
I mean, that's natural.
And no, but this is the problem. Everyone that looked up to him that was also a PokeTuber that didn't know this until they found out are now going against him. Some of them, one person, Shady Penguin, who's the second biggest, found out through the news and stuff, and he's like, well, not like news from news channels, not like news on TV, but he found out, and he was going through stuff because he just started a Soul Link with Nappy, because it's Shady Penguin, but he started a Soul Link with Nappy, and he had to automatically end it because he doesn't want his channel to be affected by it, and no one knows if he's still keeping contact with him, but he's played the most mature out of everyone. He says, I just don't want to affect my channel, and I don't want viewers to have wrong ideas and whatnot. It's for my channel's sake and whatnot, but I don't want to be part of this situation. I want to be far away from it. I don't want to be asked questions and whatnot. Like, this is a thing that they have to deal with. I'm just gonna stay aside. Or at least that's what I can interpret. I'm pretty sure, like, it's not how he wants it, but it still sucks because that's one project that he was doing and now it's gone. And it's really hard for him to do stuff in terms of like talk about it because he's never said anything on YouTube. He's only been on Twitter, but he caught himself in a video trying to say he's always finished projects. He's always finished his projects, but then he quickly said switched it because he was about to say project, but he said, I mean, solo let's plays and whatnot. He called himself like it's affecting him a bit hard right now because that was his best friend, and I don't know if he'll still be friends with him, but Nappy, he deleted his Twitter and whatnot. He still has his YouTube, but he hasn't made a video. He's trying to clear his head. People are trying to get him to get arrested and whatnot. I mean, for me, it was in the past, and
I said people should get over themselves.
No, but this is the huge issue. The two people were in the past, but there was a third person that came out and said that he was actually he started to date Nappy last year. And that it ended as well. And he was actually under the age. He was actually under 18. I mean, the age of consent. I mean, the age of consent of dating someone is 16, but with sexual thoughts and intentions is actually 18 that they have to be.
I mean,
so he was.
To me, the thing is, a lot of younger kids kind of catfish older people.
No, they weren't catfishing.
No, like in a sense, like it's kind of like that.
No, but two of them weren't catfishing. They were both in a dark time. They needed help, and Nappy was a big YouTuber, and he needed someone. He was in a dark time, and then he started getting feelings, and then he gave him an ultimatum to either date him or I will. I'm about to get off, but I'll explain it. Two of them, they were given an ultimatum to either date him or cut all relations with him, and one of them did, but then ended it. Which was Hoodlum Scrafty or Hoodlum Callum, and then the other one was Gameboy Luke, and he was given the ultimatum, and he actually straight up said no and ended the relationship right away because he was straight and he knew it. Callum was still figuring himself out. The new guy, I don't think he has a channel, but he met Nappy on the Discord, and he was he actually went with dating. I don't think he was given the ultimatum, but he went with it. Thought it was fine, but then saw how it would have started bad after realizing the fact of what was happening. But that's bad. Then you also got two other people, or 2 to 3 other people. Two of them, I mean, one was just actually grooming a 15-year-old, and he deleted everything, and then the other one, she also deleted everything, but she was doing it to a 16-year-old boy, and those who were reminded, but Nappy, he's in a lot of heat right now. It sucks because a lot of people liked his content, and someone put into words that I think was great. You loved the channel, and you loved the YouTube they put out. But, at the same time, you cannot stand, and you can also hate the man behind it all. Because you like the YouTuber side of him, but when it comes into his personal side, you hate. And so, you can like his project and all, but you can also hate him at the same time. And right now, everyone's at that point. They love his work and what he's done in terms of on YouTube, but in his personal life and everyone else's personal life, they hate him. He was pretty much running a mafia because he even was forcing people to do what he wants to do because he had higher numbers. It sucks. It really does. And Shady Penguin is now pretty much carrying the whole entire Pokemon community on his back because it sucks because he lost a good partner in terms of YouTube for right now, and it just sucks. Well, Jai, I'll be going to physical therapy now.
Alright. Good luck.
I'll talk to you later. Shush. Shush. Shush, Pug. Shush, Pug! My pug's loud.
Oh, wow.
CJ.
See ya.
CJ.
Io, the whole place hums with energy left behind by the Traveler's unfinished work. No wonder Guardians considered this site sacred. Now that Kate is back in the fold, all we need is to find Ikora, make the Vanguard whole again, and bring down the Almighty.
Of all the places I've been in all the years since my rebirth, this is where I return. The last place the Traveler touched. I came for answers. I stand here, still with nothing.
Ikora, Zavala is forming a resistance, and he believes...
What good is a resistance when you are the only one who would survive? I believe this Ghoul creature knows the Traveler blessed this site. I believe he sent his legion to find something they could never possibly understand. And I believe they will continue to desecrate all we hold sacred. Save this place, Guardian. Do not squander this second chance.
As you command.
Red Legion ships have been in and out non-stop since I got here. We need to know what they're doing. Get into that base.
Look at the sky. What is that, Ikora?
Energy. The Traveler's energy. What have they done? This is my fault. I could have stopped this.
Ikora, there's no way. Not without your light.
I am more than just my light. I could have tried. I should have tried. But after all these years, dying, being reborn, dying again, the Traveler has left me with one life. And I am afraid to lose it. Find out what they're shipping. We need every scrap of intel we can get.
That might happen anyway. Gaul has a weapon that can blow up our sun.
What? Why would he destroy what he's worked so hard to conquer? Get into that base. There must be answers there.
The blue substance oozing from the cracks in the ground. That's the Traveler's raw energy. Everyone's gone.
Keep looking. It's not like the Cabal to invest so much in a base and just abandon it.
We're coming up on a big drill.
A drill? Are they mining the Traveler's energy? No, it's not light. It can't give the Traveler's blessing. Not to me, not to Gaul. Or could it?
Ikora.
What do you see?
I don't know. Dimensional rifts. Some kind of magic.
The Taken.
were those things?
The Taken. A mindless army of stolen souls. They will forever be drawn to the Traveler's energy. They are no longer Fallen or Cabal. A Hive God changed them with the dark powers he stole. Wait. Is Gaul's plan to do the same, but with the light? That has to be it. Must be mining the Traveler's remnant energy in the hopes of transforming himself and the Red Legion into wielders of the light. If he succeeds, he will become immortal, unstoppable. We have to tell Svala. Meet me outside.
All channels, this is a Sky Shock alert. Someone or something drew the Taken here.
Asher Mir? Is that you?
Irrelevant. The Taken are sapping the moon's energy. I hypothesize that Io will implode if someone does not intervene.
Guardian, we cannot lose this sacred place. Do what must be done. Stop the Taken.
Looks like the Taken are conjuring some kind of portal.
Stop them! Doubtless those mindless vermin intend to summon every last one of their spectral friends to devour this moon.
There it goes. Looks like we closed the portal.
And why am I still seeing abnormal neutrino scattering?
Hang on. We're gonna take a closer look. We definitely didn't close it.
Ah! Remedy this mess, you fool!
Portal's closed. We're clear. Ikora, I know this place is important to you, but...
There's nothing for me here on Io. I have one life left to give, and I will give it gladly to stop Gaul. We leave now.
Don't be so hasty. Ikora Ray, we must talk. And as for you, meddling guardian, I have a few choice things to say to you.
This isn't gonna be good.
Ikora tells me that Commander somebody, I don't care, has a plan to attack the so-called Almighty. A plan unsupported by any data. However, there are remnants of an old interplanetary defense network here. We shall use it to assess the Almighty's capabilities. Then, we will tell Zavala precisely why his plan is wrong. And oh, I will relish that. Meanwhile, I refuse to squander valuable research opportunities. Therefore, you shall be my assistant. Go. All this talk wastes my time.
Yes, sir. Red War. We don't know enough about the Red Legion's flagship, the Almighty. Not sure Mira believes that, but getting access to the Golden Age Warmind network, you could retrieve important data to improve the odds of victory. Choose your exotic gear and find out the Almighty's weakness by completing mission Fury. Oh, so they say they're supposed to be giving me exotic gear here for the Warlock. But apparently they'll only give you an exotic if it's your first playthrough. Alright. Alright. I could have really used another exotic. But, alright. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's yeah, just, that's cool.
The purchase will suffice, I hope. Don't stay on my account.
Gee, this guy looks awesome. That's Gambit Prime for you.
I don't see how that's relevant. Ever spiraling complexity. Yes. Their simulations are potentially limitless. It's hard to calculate with you just standing there. If my calculations are correct. Quiet, you! Juice box. Experiment 922. Planning. Radiolarian fluid and exposure to high heat.
That's Mercury, that's Mars. And I guess that's... I forgot.
Experiment 922. Planning. Radiolarian fluid and exposure to high heat.
Why nobody can't get those suits? I mean, I have some of them.
You are seriously telling me you have access to a Golden Age AI, and you're letting it just sit there? What's wrong with you? Are we having a moment? Imagining it. You cannot feel the nanomachines in your tendons. It's just your mind playing tricks on you. If you are staring at my arm, leave. Now!
Wait. Come on, Tom. Okay, let's see what this scout rifle's got.
As we all know, Zavala plans to attack the Almighty.
Typical Titan idiocy. I'm sure he thought, Gaul has a sun destroyer. I don't need a plan. I'll simply headbutt it.
It's desperation, Asher. Zavala has forgotten he might die. His final death.
I think we're close, but so are the Taken.
Yes, they haven't said, but they haven't followed. They haven't perfectly in this mission. They have not perfectly followed what they're supposed to be saying since my first playthrough. Unless an update really did change what they said. We'll fix the date.
Ikora, we found another drill. This one's big. Really big.
Good. That drill pierced an entrance to the War Mine Vault. The scanner's inside.
Gotcha. Let's find the drill controls and get it out of the way. Got the power going, but the drill is still in our way.
Ha! What a gloriously irritating commitment to safety standards.
There has to be a manual override somewhere in that base.
I find it incredible that those myopic Red Legion ignorami did not realize they were drilling directly into a war mine vault. I'm detecting a spike in paracausal energy. Steroneutrino particles have quintupled.
Stranger things happen every day. He means watch out for the Taken. You should hire a translator.
Yeah, like right there. Those were out of order. After the ignorami thing, supposed to say stranger things happen every day. Then the steroneutrino particles. But I guess since I have a spare and I'm moving fast, it's out of order. I hate the Taken so much. mean, the damage would be worth it, but I'll try. That was actually kind of easy. Just trick them. Yeah, that reloads way too slow.
Nice work. Let's find that override.
Time to switch off the hand cannon.
I think we've got the drill going.
Good. Return to the drill site and get into the Warmind vault. I am eager to discredit Vu Zela's plan to attack the Almighty.
Oh, it's a thing to scan. Huh? Oh.
I'm detecting... I think this is sending a message back to the Ascendant Realm. But who's listening? It sounds like someone's whispering in there, over and over. Yeah.
Fucking Grails and Scions, my god. These things are really annoying. I'm gonna be streaming for a little while longer.
So, what's a war mind, exactly?
It's a kind
Like
of
once I finish this
artificial
mission.
intelligence designed to defend humanity against the unknown.
Whoa, the drill's on.
What? Lift it up before it collapses the war mine vault.
Finally. Let's get down to the vault.
Look!
Asher, Ikora, we're on our way into the vault.
This will be rich. I will ask Zavala, can you tell me in zettajoules the Almighty's expected destructive capacity? And he will say, no, Asher, I cannot, because I am a reckless fool.
Ignore Asher. Find the war mine. Reconnect it to the network, and we'll handle the rest.
Run.
Ikor like to say the war mines were our only real link to Earth's history. Life with the Traveler, during the Golden Age, pre-collapse. Reconnecting to the war mine network to begin a remote scan.
Yes. We can see the connection coming online.
Hang on, we've got taken.
Oh god. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on. I really got time. Let's just go. Oh. Ow. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
How's the scan going?
Poorly. The Almighty is inextricably bound to the harmonic resonance of the sun's magnetic flux tubes.
What?
If Zavala blows up the Almighty, it'll take the sun with it. It's time I rejoined my fire team.
Tell me again, Speaker, what makes your guardians worthy of the light? What is the price of such power and immortality?
Devotion. Self-sacrifice. Death.
Death. Explain.
Devotion inspires bravery. Bravery inspires sacrifice. Sacrifice leads to death. So, feel free to kill yourself.
Devotion. Sacrifice. I was born an outcast. A runt. As is custom with the Cabal, I was cast aside and left for dead. I was taken in by an old scholar himself, disgraced, who saw in me something redeemable. He raised me, taught me, trained me, and in return, I would become a vehicle for his revenge against an empire that failed him, that failed itself. Rejection, ridicule, torment. It made me stronger. I gave everything to win not just acceptance, but glory. Beneath my mask, Speaker, is the face of devotion and sacrifice. I will not take the light by force. To do so would be to admit failure, and ever fail. Now, do you see why I will be chosen?
I see now. I see all that you have done.
Our operation
Still
on the
nigh.
Julian Moon was a success. Once
Speaker,
the cage
this
is
is for the
complete,
speaker.
we will have
The man's a
everything
man.
we need to begin the process of
Who would have thought
extracting the
Zonai could
light.
play the speaker?
Dominus, everything we've worked for is here, for the taking. All that remains is your word. No, this is not the way, old friend. But it is the way. The only way. Not for me.
Well, that's all for the stream, people. I'll be streaming maybe later on tonight, possibly. But for now, I think that's a good place to stop for now. Hope you all enjoy your evening. Have a great day. Rest up. Have some fun before the weekend ends. And hope you enjoy the upcoming week. Now then. Remember, my gods and goddesses of gaming, my celestials, we are together and we are strong. This is SoulTheAdorableEevee, signing off.